guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Julia Dida, and like I promised, I was going to come back with a new video of my pregnancy journey, and here we are. So I'll start from the very beginning, how it all started. Yeah. So since I started having my periods, I've been having really painful cramps. And then there's this story that when you're having painful periods, getting pregnant will be so hard unless you go through medication or take those traditional herbs for you to be able to conceive. So I never believed that until three of my friends told me the same thing last year. Like, hey Julie, we've been trying. Did you get medication for your cramps? And I was like, no, I still cramp up to today, and I'm already used to. What will I do? So then they told me, like, they've been trying for almost 2 years, and I was like, 2 fucking years. Okay. So I told them, oh guys, I wish I could help, but unfortunately. So for myself, this was like, okay. So me, I'm having painful cramps. But every time I visit my boyfriend and something goes wrong, I would take P2. So I was like, I can make use of this opportunity. Since I don't live with him, I visit him occasionally, so I can be using that trick. And I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Anyway, in the past, he's been asking me, stop taking those things, please, get pregnant. I was like, no, you won't take me to an early retirement. The field is still sweet. I was like, okay, he never insisted, and I was happy for that. So when I decided that I'm not going to take P2 anymore, I never told him. So the first month, I don't know if I went there during my safe days or not, because I had stopped counting. The only thing I know is that my next period is on such a date, so I prepare myself with pads and everything, yeah. Whew. So this particular day, we had fought. Actually, I'd visited him, yes, and we happened to quarrel that night, so we just slept. So in the morning, he never even said sorry. He just woke me up, and the obvious happened. I mean, it was a quickie, like, you know, the morning glory or the what. I didn't know that I got pregnant at that time. So after 2 days, I traveled home. I never knew I was pregnant. But then something just happened. After 2 weeks, I was not myself. Like, hey guys, I was tired and I was feeling really weird. It was not me. I was tired, guys, very tired. So when it was time for my periods to come, I think 3 days before the exact date, I started spotting. So I didn't know it's spotting. So me to the toilet, and then I stained my tissue, and yeah, kama kawaida, pad and everything else, and then waited. So at the end of the day, there was nothing. The next day, nothing, and I'm cramping. Not that painful cramps like I normally have, but I was cramping like, yes, it's coming. And it never came. I had decided when I leave home, I'll go back to Nairobi to at least find myself something to do. Like, I had built networks in Nairobi. Finding a job would have been at least easier than in Kisumu. So I told him I'll go back, and he said fine. Oh, So waiting for my periods and not seeing them, I'm like, is there a delay everywhere or it's only me? So I had to tell him, I'm not going back to Nairobi just yet. I need to go and get tested because I just missed my periods. And so okay, you come over and relax. Don't think about it. I was like, okay. Sawa. On a Saturday, I leave home, goes to Kisumu and finds Lumumba Hospital closed. Doctors are on strike. Yeah. So I walk to Jalaram and I insist, I need blood test in pregnancy. Please, blood, not urine. And they were like, I don't know, the labs, something had happened, so they had to do urine test. I was like, oh, okay, sawa tu, tuendelee. So it happened, and then the results are it's positive, you're pregnant. And I'm like, oh, okay. You are to a chin band. Okay, so I didn't tell him over the phone that the results are positive. So he went, boarded a matatu to where he was, then just gave him the results, and I told him, on Monday, we are going to, you're taking me to the hospital. I need to have a blood test. You know, I don't trust these people. Shock on me on Monday. Positive. I'm like, oh, okay. It's true. So like they had tried for 2 years. I didn't even try for a month and I'm pregnant. So, oh God. But then I didn't regret it. Because anyway, my boyfriend was happy. I was just like, okay. Now the problem will be telling my mom that I'm pregnant, telling my sisters that I'm pregnant. But again, I thought, oh, I'm of age. I'm old enough to carry a baby. Okay, so that happened. So the thought of going to Nairobi disappeared like that. Naenda wapi na mtoto? Where am I going? So that's how I stayed back. Yes, not because I didn't want to go, no, but I was sick. Like I just started being sick from the word go. I was literally sick. Every time you feel like you want to throw up, you're just sick, your head is heavy, you don't want it, you don't want completely everything. So then I stayed back. He just told me, okay, relax, there's no need to work now, you can work later after the baby's here, you will. Guys, so it's just coping with the mood. I didn't have mood swings, but hey, you guys, throwing up, not eating. The only thing that I used to love was ugali na skuma ijakaangwa. Yes, skuma too, and avocado. Those are the only things I was eating. Ugali, skuma, avocado. Ugali, skuma, avocado. Every day. Oh, and milk. Yes, I used to have milk. After having my ugali skuma, I go through up. After having my small milk, I go through up. Eh, I was thin. I became thin. Thin. You guys know me as slim, but hey, that one was thinness. If there's something like that. I was thin. I grew very thin. Oh God. But that's it. So around week 9 or 10, I had active bleeding again. So you know, active bleeding now, that's a bad sign. Like, yes, it's not supposed to be fresh blood. It's supposed to be dark if it's spotting, but if it's red, so that means it's oxidated blood. So yeah, so it doesn't have to be red, it has to be dark. So this was active bleeding. So raka raka, my boyfriend took me to the hospital and had some tests run on me. It was okay. So I had to go for ultrasound to see if the baby's, if the cervix is closed and the baby is okay. Hey, okay, so we got booked for the ultrasound. It was to, yeah, I think it didn't happen the same day. I went, yeah, the day, the next day, yes. So I went there, the cervix was closed and everything was just fine. So I was told to be on bed rest for 2 weeks. Full, complete bed rest for 2 weeks. So then that happened. That phase came and it went. And I thank God, yes. But one thing I'll tell you, I started being sick. Like, my journey wasn't smooth. I started being sick even before I knew I was pregnant. And the sickness that just continued until at 16 weeks I was still throwing up. Yes, imagine. 16 weeks still throwing up, still feeling sick, and guys. Yes, so I don't know if your journey was that like mine. So around week 17, yes, I forgot to tell you that, okay, around now week 8, when the throwing up was so much and I grew so thin, my handler or my daktari recommended that I take Nozick tabs to help with the throwing up. So right from week 8 to week 17, I was on Nozick tabs until now. I became completely okay. So from week 17, 18, yes, I started eating, but small portion. Again, during this time that I used to feel sick, I really hated garlic. I hated garlic. I hated omena. And I hated nyama. But come week 20, anytime I smelt of a neighbor cooking omena, hey, I even wanted to go with my plate and ask for a small portion. Like, I was really craving for. I used to tell my mama, for, hey, do you know how to make omena? Please, when you're coming back tomorrow, just bring me a small portion. I can give you money, you go buy, unipikie, unilete. Hey, you guys, wacheni. So that was that. From week 20 to where I am now, I've been okay. It's been fine. So for gender, I'd first gone at week 23 and was told that it's not possible, it's too early, that I should go back at week 28 to find out about the gender. Then I told myself I can't wait until week 28. If I'm this tired at week 23, how about week 28? So I'll just start by buying the neutral colors until I find out what's the gender of my baby. So I waited until week 28. That's when I started buying my baby colors. So if you still don't know my baby's gender, I will tell you, but not today. So just be patient. I will. So until today, Not yet done with buying stuff for baby, but yeah, most of the things are just, there are few remaining that I think should be done maybe next week or early, yeah, next week or early next month. I should be done and set. Yes, so I will take you through the journey from here. My next video maybe will be on the baby stuff that I bought and where I got them from at a cheaper price. Yeah, I believe that will help you. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by. Please, if you've not subscribed, subscribe, please, and keep it here always. Thank you and stay safe.